Hey folks, and welcome back. This is Lucid, and we are playing Late Age Rlyeh with Dominions Enhanced in this big, crazy world. This turn we had sent Yomi 40 Earth Gems, and we got in 2 hammers. So, paying a bit, this is, I think, a pretty normal price for hammers. They're 15 Earth Gems a piece for them to make, but if they're making it with hammers, they're only 13. So, I don't know. He made between, 5 to 7 gems profit. This is a pretty good deal. What you would expect for this point in the game. It's definitely not like a friend price. We found a shrimp settlement, which is interesting. We'll take a look at it. You get these shrimp warriors, which are kind of cool underwater. They've got a metal glaive, but they're basically inferior to meteorite guard. I would say very inferior to meteorite guard. And you get this shrimp mage, which is a bad researcher. They get water, earth, and nature, which are paths that we get on our slave mages. So I think this is a pretty... They have void sanity, right? So that's a kind of nice thing, is that I could potentially get, earth and nature mages with void sanity. But no thank you. For whatever reason, I don't have my... We're going to do 2 turns this episode. And I don't have my moves saved for this one. I forgot to back up my turn file, so this is from the bot. So I'll just kind of tell you what we're doing. But we cast Harspix. I don't think we found anything. We've teleported both of our commanders out of our capital. We stretch so far, and it's so stringy of an expansion. We can't actually teleport these guys, either of them, where we need them in one go. So we had to teleport them to relay points. We're teleporting this guy over here to this throne. And he's going to be able... We have already claimed it, but he'll be able to site search it, build a lab... Most importantly, build a lab here. And then Home Slice... He's busy preaching right now, but when he's done, we will teleport him down here to build a lab here, because we've got this one coming up rather shortly. And he should be there in time, but we want to go ahead, start building up our military force over here. We, may have to commit our god to finish cleaning some of that stuff out. For battles, we cleaned these guys out. I think this is hilarious. We had just sent... So this would have been the turn he received a message about... This would have been the turn he received a message about the war. And he actually is going to lose this engagement. And what it is, it's some Skelly Spammers and some Horse Tribe. Not a very hard throne. And in some ways, the Minotaurs are reasonably well set up to deal with this, because they've got Trample... And so they'll deal with, they kill Skelly Spam pretty quick. They're not going to be great against the archers, though. You can see they're just taking damage. And then as they close in, they get the lance. And the god's back here, but it's like the god doesn't really... This is not how you want to use this god. I mean, she's buffed up. I don't think she has personal regen yet, but yeah, the problem now, they're not trampling these horse dudes because they're size 3. So now they're having to poke them. And they just have a bronze spear. It's not even like a big axe. Like the Centaur's Pangea gets an axe, so at least they chop these guys in half when they hit them. These are kind of just poking, and you can see they got wrecked. And now the god comes in. And he kind of... Skelly Spam, it's pretty dangerous sending your god in versus Skelly Spam. She does have these dog attacks, which do 3 attacks, but it's only going to hit 1 unit, so it's basically just going to guarantee killing 1 skeleton a turn. And then this will kill another one, so it's, up to 3 skeletons killed. This one is an area of effect thing, so this might kill up to 3. So you might kill 6, so it might be able to outpace, like, 2 dudes, but... Anyway, they chase her off. I don't think she's even that low. Yeah. So that was that. For our things, we took the Shark Tribe out. We killed these dudes with our Meteorite Guard. We actually lost a fair amount. This dude a poison. It's one of the reasons I don't love expanding with Meteorite Guard, because like this would be easy. We actually probably would do better with our other dudes. Because I don't know. Well, I don't know. They don't get hit as much. The other dudes have a little bit better defense. And just taking like a little bit of chip damage. I think they have 1 more HP to Slave Guardians. And this little poison damage adds up. We end up losing 4 to poison. Which you can actually tell from this, because they didn't actually get any kills. Because they're not getting attributed kills for the poison damage. And then finally, our god comes in, clears out this shark tribe. This is a lot of shark tribe. Skeletal body, empower magic being, personal luck, twist fate. And you can see he murders these guys with prejudice. Hello, hit them. Okay. So yeah, that's basically what's happened this turn. Also, you'll notice the Baratosian army is kicked off of this, and there is a big army on top of... This is a Jotunheim army. They look the same, but Jotunheim is from here, and Utgard is over here, and they're both attacking Baratos. What's funny is I think Baratos attacked Utgard the same turn Jotunheim attacked him, so it kind of just didn't work out very well for him. And I'm not totally sure, honestly, why Utgard wants to go this way. I mean, Jotunheim wants to go this way, rather than killing Yomi, who's on this planet with them, but that's what they've decided. It's not unreasonable. Especially if they do it early and they get a nice foothold on this planet, like if they eat a fair amount of Baratos. It could be nice, you know, after that maybe they pivot back, knock out Yomi, and then they can try to take over this planet. It's a reasonable play. The danger of doing anything, getting too committed, is then Yomi decides this is a good turn to kill you. So, in terms of what we're doing, we're going to hit this. There's a lot of Kalulu. There's probably too many for this army to take, and if we won, we would just barely win. So I'm actually going to bring my god in, and we're going to hit them, and I've got my god scripted to attack rear, so he's going to do like 2 buffs and then attack rear, and hopefully kill the commanders and just rout these guys. I didn't want to send these guys in with my god, but if I wait, then I have to wait a turn. I also get a message from Vettiheim, who's up here, and Vettiheim does not want me to have these two, because their capital's right here. So they parlay for these, and I said, well, first of all, this army's coming through, so I'm going to take these provinces. And especially if I bring my god, there's nothing he can do about it. Though I didn't mention that part to him. So anyway, I say I'm taking them, but I am open to negotiating to give, to sell them to you. So what we agreed on is this is like 100 gold per turn province, and this is like a 30 gold per turn province. So I'm going to run through here, and then at some point he's going to take them and give me 1,000 gold for both of them. Which, I don't know. I would probably rather not sell them, but we are the friendly squids. So we're being friendly with our land neighbors for now. Now, that said, we are not being friendly with Oceania, but we're generally trying to be friendly and accommodating of people. This is probably max accommodation, giving people underwater stuff, but I do happen to remember when I was playing Late Age Home down here and desperately wanted to have this stuff around my capital. So having neighbors who like me is worth something. And do I need these 2 provinces to have a chance at winning the game? No, I don't. I don't think I do at all. So we can continue basically our plan, which is to get this army, route them down here, get them on the Fall of Sarl, and there'll be a bulwark against Atlantis. And meanwhile, I can go on my plan to conquer Doom of Asaloon, maybe come over here onto Blandos. It would be actually interesting if I end up fighting on Blandos and Jotunheim ends up conquering Baratos, then that would mean also commit me to a war over here on Valanis. So anyway, that's far off. First, we have to kill Oceania. And this turn, we're also going to take these guys who rolled up in here. And we're going to go ahead and move them out to get in position to this war with... I think I combined these guys on 1 leader. But we're going to bring them over here. With these guys, because we want them in a line formation. And these guys, once we get in this province, and the plan is basically we're going to take this army, they're going to move here this turn. Next turn, they're going to move here, and this army is going to move here. And then the turn after, they'll consolidate here. There's danger in consolidating 2 armies, because potentially he could have an army here and move into me, but I'm also probably going to be magic phasing my god in on top of this province, which will be nice. It's going to just limit attrition in my army, and there's a very good chance my god can kill whatever's here. So anyway, we'll be magic phasing our god in, killing this army, consolidating. Once we consolidate, I'm going to put most of the meteorite guard on top of these trader princes. I'm also making some items, like we're making an elder sign. These guys don't have void sanity, so we're going to make an elder sign for them to carry around. I only have one, so anyway, one of these guys will get some insanity. They're not going to get insanity once they're in Oceania, but anyway, we're going to bring them in. We're also making like a clam of pearls so that we can do power the spheres as we run in. And yeah, that's it, basically, for this turn. Their Krieg is attacking, or they're basically assassinating and mucking around with early age Rlyeh, which is great, because just while they're busy messing with Rlyeh, I'm probably not going to have to worry about Rlyeh ending their non-aggression pact with me and stopping me from eating all of Oceania. So, and once I eat Oceania, then I can make progress into Blandos. I'm down, by the way, to have a tentacle alliance lasting most of the game. I am down for that. If these guys start getting killed, I will come over here and eat them. But if they're not, I'm down. Just not. I think the best play for me probably is to go ahead and eat them, especially before water elementals come out. But I don't think I need to. And I think it is kind of a cool idea, just having like a Rlyeh alliance, because I've already basically got middle-aged Rlyeh convinced, and I'm not deceiving him, but I think I haven't bought into the idea of a tentacle alliance. Now, he could step out of this, because I think I'm in position 1 in this game right now, which I want to be. It's not like an accident. So, anyway, he may choose to drop out of that. He may not. But that's basically what's happening. We're continuing to do some expansion stuff over here. This army, we're going to go march into this little tiny squad of mermen, and then we're going to march them into the turtle tribe. The turtle tribe will be tough. I don't actually know if we'll win that. My god, like I said, we're going to be bringing down here. And I think that's about it for expansion. There's not too much else happening. Oh, this group's going to come up here and kill these Ichthids. But that's basically it. We're starting to forge some things because we got construction too. I mentioned that to you. And we got those 2 hammers. So we're going to be probably making 1 elder sign and 1 water breathing ring a turn. Yeah, that's basically that. Let's go ahead and go to my current turn. So my current turn, turn 23, at 4 hours until it hosts. There's a lot of people who aren't done. This guy, this dragon guy, literally waits to the last 30 minutes to do his turn every single time. He's staled once, but I'm just shocked how he hasn't staled more. He does it every single time. Okay, a message from Old Oceania. I give you fair warning, Eel Squidman. We have expanded terribly. Our poorly thought out pretender build has already died once. We frequently fail taking simple lands and have little idea how to play our nation. But what you find when you fight us will be meager resistance and bad scripting. So be cautioned that our lands are full of incompetence and morons who will no doubt weaken your nation from within while you harvest the gems from our capital. That's funny. I hope that's suitably threatening. I'd wish you good luck, but you'll win this war with bad luck regardless. Maybe true. I'm probably 4 times as big as him. He's lost a lot. Like you remember we bumped and killed this big squad of dudes, and then he just lost this last turn here. What's interesting, though, is Zion has decided to come, and they must have seen this failed throne attempt, and they decided to bring their own tramplers in. And the tramplers are size 4, so they're actually going to do okay against the horse tribe. So they're successful here, and if we look at the battle report, he loses 4 chariots, a very fair thing, but Oceania sends their god in. And this is going to be interesting because we can see their full script. Skeletal body, by the way, very good against Meteorite Guard. Quicken Self, less good. Breath of Winter, very good against Meteorite Guard. Well, I don't have cold resistance on my troops, and I don't have any way of getting it terribly soon. We have it on our god, importantly, but yeah. Personal regen. And she's doing a pretty good job killing all these things. So this is actually, I think, the major wild card for dealing with Oceania. Now, so far he's correct. His scripting hasn't been very good. Like, he sent this guy in with the other army, which HP routed and then routed her. And then she, which, you know, she wouldn't have actually been good to send in versus Skelly Spam alone. She would have gotten probably afflicted to hell. If she didn't die, it would have been bad. Anyway, it was not very well thought out how he was going to take this throne exactly. Maybe just having his god do Quicken Self and run in and attack rear without all the other buffs. Maybe Quicken Self personal region, attack rear might have made it, but instead it did a full buff script, and by the time it got there, it was basically all over. So, yeah. It doesn't have any gear. It's a Titan. We're late enough in the game. He could have traded for some gear even if he couldn't make it. Nevertheless, this has the potential to turn timer my army. If he puts some armor on it, because with personal regen and with skeletal body and with Breath of Winter, those are the 3 critical spells. It'll repair the chip damage. Skeletal body will cut incoming damage in half from my meteorite guard. And Breath of Winter will, over the course of maybe 10 turns or less, fatigue them out, depending on the temperature climate we fight in. Now, we're going to be fighting in heat, because I think both of our dominions are heat. But could still be a problem. And I don't have a way to buff strength on my troops yet, or anything like that. So our army getting turn time is kind of a problem. The other thing that makes it hard for him to do that is we are going to Mind Blast the shit out of him. I think with 20 MR, he will still be targeted by Mind Blast, so he probably won't be able to finish his script, and will probably kill his army before he gets unparalyzed. But this is like one of the ways, and I don't know exactly how it would work, but this is the major variable, like the wild card that would keep us from killing Oceania. Now, if we look at it, he could move his god. It's kind of hard to see. I'll zoom in some. He can move his god here and here. These are basically the connections. There's some other off-world connections, but he can move here or here. And this move is particularly interesting because he could have he could have had items being forged. And then last turn, when he went to take this and he sent me the message, he could have, well, it may not be done. He might have had to have forged it a turn before. Because this turn he would move here. But last turn when he sent it, no, he would have forged. Yeah, I'm not sure if he can get items to his god in time. But if he has items or traded for them or something, he could have traded maybe. If people already had it in their inventory, they could have sent it to him last turn. He could have moved them here this turn. And then next turn he could reinforce, basically bring those items to his god here. And then the god with the items could come here. If the god comes in naked, it's not going to do that much. So anyway, he's got options. He can come here and then try to come back up and defend his capital with his god. Giving me, I don't know. I don't think there's much he can do. I'll tell you my plans though. So we're moving out this army, and you can see we've got a fair number of void creatures, which are going to be on a flank. We're going to do Divine Blessing and Fanaticism. This guy will jump into Communion, so he'll get up to Holy 4. We've got 2 slaves. We've got 2 masters. This guy's just going to do Mind Burn. And I think he'll do Mind Burn off script. And I should put this guy on spells. This guy is going to do Empower Magic Beings. He's going to be in here mixed in with this squad. So he's going to give all these guys +4 strength. And that's actually really significant. They have a lot of attacks and they're armor-piercing attacks. So they definitely notice +4 strength. They notice it a lot. Especially these big behemoths. These guys are nasty with Empowered Magic Beings on them. So, yeah, they're going to be here. Everybody's on hold and attack. There we go. Hold and attack. We'll put these guys on hold and attack closest. And, yeah, these guys are on hold and attack closest. These guys are on hold and attack rear. His god, if everything is like I expect, will be at the back, buffing up for 5 turns. I could do hold and attack large, maybe. I want them to decay their god, because that will cause a lot of afflictions, means I don't have to worry about them, and it's also going to make it very much less likely that they tank me. This guy is forward positioned, Ig Had, and he is going to do Spirit Curse and then Fire. We're not having him join the Communion, because there's a chance he burns out the 2 Communion slaves doing Animate Skeleton, which will do Jack all, except kill my Communion slave. So we'll just have him be a Mind Blaster after he does Spirit Curse. We're bringing a couple gems in case I want to script him differently later. But yeah, that's basically what this guy's going to do. Maybe I put this guy in advance and cast spells. He might do Decay or something, or I don't know. That'd be interesting. And then this group is coming up. Here's basically how we have them scripted. We've got the Mind Blasters in the back. We've got these idiots here. We've got some more dudes here. And these guys are on attack closest. They're probably holding attack closest. So basically like that. Yeah, that's basically the plan. And then we're going to come here. We're going to hit this. So my plan too, we're also moving, we're moving my god into the capital. And he's going to pick up one thing I didn't mention was we had built the slime shield. And this gives him Slimer. The way Slimer works is if you attack them, you get an MR check. If you fail, you get slimed, which is going to lower your attack and your defense score and your speed, which is pretty good against thugs and things that are generally scary to pretenders. So anyway, we'll put that on him, and then he's going to probably, because he's now in a lab, probably going to magic phase and hit this province. Now, there's a few options. This could have an army in it. If it has an army in it, then we will kill it. If it doesn't have an army in it, then we'll send our god in, and our god will just kill the province defense, and then the normal phase movement will happen, and my army will reinforce my god, and then if he moves an army in, we'll fight it without any province defense. So hopefully reducing attrition. We're going to go ahead and ping it this turn with the scout so we know what's here. And yeah, that's basically that. I could think about, I probably should. And these guys actually are not very good at patrolling, but they will be fine. Can I mix these guys? Yeah, I can. Okay. Oh, wait, I can't. They will be fine raiding, so I think we're going to do that, actually. We're starting to get a lot of unrest here. We don't get a lot of gold, so I don't really care about the unrest, but I don't want it to stop recruitment. But this will allow us to raid in the back, which will speed up. It will speed up the raiding and the war. So that would be pretty nice. So that's a good thing. I'm glad I logged back into this turn. Yeah, so we're basically getting set up for a war. I think this will be a pretty quick war. We're way stronger than them. I'm also interested in what throne this is, and I'm really glad they got it, because potentially this could be spoils of war now for me. This also looks like an aggressive move from Ulm. I think Ulm is attacking Zion. I need to... Good point. I need to actually send a message to Zion and see what's going on with Ulm, if they're attacking them. I'll do that in Discord. It'll be faster. But I actually have a... I think I might have even signed like a NAP 10 with Ulm. I just told him... I played with this guy a few times. And I was like, I'm going to be really friendly. So we are not going to be nasty, pick at your shores, see people, like I have been before in other games. I definitely know how to play that kind of squid. And like other squids are to you. So, yeah, we are the Coast Guard against unfriendly underwater nations. Not to say that Oceania is unfriendly, but anyway, here we go. We're rolling out over here. This battle was very unfortunate. This is where my god pulled in, and this did not go as I planned. I don't know what I would script differently. I think I would have just needed to not bring this army. It really is just too many dudes. Because my god jumps in the back, and you can see it's instant, so he teleports back here. Here are only two commanders, here and here. So he's about to murder them. One commander left. No commanders left, so they're about to rout. Unfortunately, though, these guys have routed now. And what sucks is that they rout. They get off the field before we kill them all. We get 4 stars. We get our 5th star at 400 experience, which I was actually looking up what the tables were. We're going to get a bonus strength, and we're going to get, of course, the obligatory attack and defense. But it was kind of cool. On this last star, we got a -1 encumbrance, which is kind of good. And then we got a little bit bonus HP. We may get another hit point. I can't remember. It wouldn't. The hit point doesn't really matter, but it would be nice to get another encumbrance point. But we don't. or we won't. There goes our god. But unfortunately, from the retreat details, 7 units retreated, only one of them survived. So we actually lost like 15 slave guardians. So a massive loss, actually. I 100% would have waited a turn to do that, but anyway. It's what we have now. I don't think I can merge those, no. All right. So anyway, these guys are going to come here. They should be okay with the Ichthyids. My god, though, and we're going to sneak him over here to our capital. That way nobody will know where he is. Now he could teleport, because it's actually funny, he can move farther with normal movement than he can with teleport. So when I'm gonna teleport, I actually need to make sure he's in range. Which, you know, like there's several forts I could move him to, but anyway. Ooh, this guy has gone insane and is researching. Very nice. Okay, so what else? This army's moving southward. We're pretty close to connecting these systems. We're teleporting this dude, who has come away from being insane, Vulcan, or Vukan. He is teleporting down here to Fangala, which is this province. And he should arrive just in time to build a lab. And then he, of course, needs to claim this throne as well. So he'll build a lab and then build a temple and then walk over here and claim this throne. And that will be that. And we might start building another fort here on this throne, too. Not a throne I care about, but, you know, there's probably good sites there or something. We'll find out. We're casting Haru specs. I also, last turn, sent a bunch of nature gems to Oceania. And I sent 40. And they are going to make me 2 thistle maces. And those thistle maces, one is being made this turn, so we'll probably be arriving the turn after, and then I'll get one the turn after that. That's going to allow me to skip Construction 4, which there's nice things about Construction 4 for us, like we do want to get it reasonably soon. But I don't really want to get it now. Like, I was going to interrupt my Conjuration 5 timing to get Construction 4, and I would rather pay 20 gems in profit to Oceania and have a faster Conjuration 5. Because we're going to do a bunch of Voice of Tiamat spam. And it's going to give us the ability to do, like, teleport, water elemental rating and stuff. So I want to do that. And then we're going to go down for Evocation 3, which is going to be Arcane Probing. And we'll also, after this turn, because we're going to be getting Conjuration 3 this turn, I'm getting a few more of these Star Spawn. We're going to be able to start doing Dark Knowledge. And that's why I'm getting more of these Star Spawn, is I want to roll Death Randoms to start casting Dark Knowledge. We're also trying to get, I think poorly. Where's this guy going? Why are you going back? This guy should be coming over here and then coming down here. I don't know why I had him going back here. I must have wanted to send... I know why. I wanted to send him over here to this province. Do I have another... I don't have another priest. There's a decent chance we just teleport somebody over here. That's probably what's going to happen. Like, this guy who we teleported up here, he is making a lab, and then this turn is the last turn before this rock walls comes up. We've got 20 defense, so we're pretty well protected in case of bad things. I guess if we get attacked, it's probably worth scripting these guys. Hold and attack closest. I guess we can do Empower Magic Beings and then a bunch of Mind Burns. Something like this. Anyway, I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys. We also found this thing, the Place of Prophecy. I think I did. But it gives us Dominion Conflict bonus, which is actually pretty damn cool. It is nice that we'll potentially be pushing our things a little better. Our Dominion Strength is really weak right now. But, you know, it's effectively 4 now for Dom pushing. That's not going to increase the number of temple checks we get, whereas increasing our Dominion Strength proper will, but it's just going to make it mean we're more likely to win when we bump. So there. Yeah, we're building this. We're building a lab. This guy I probably would have had building a temple, but I think I ran out of money. So we'll have him build a temple at some point. This guy's going to teleport out once we have a lab and probably come over here. I'll probably have him site search first, maybe. Though I'll be getting arcane probing kind of soon. I'm not sure. We'll probably site search. There could be a Holy 3 site. These guys, we're going to move over here into these Tritons. I have no idea if this is going to work. I have no idea at all. 19. These guys are what, 22? I have no idea. I think there's a very good chance we bounce. If we bounce, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm definitely going to have to send... This is a really nice province. I'm going to have to send my god here. I might have to send my god here too. This is a really good province. I might just claim this in the name of Rlyeh. Oh, I've got this dude here too. He's waiting. Do I want to wait? We can see there's a war raging between Calum and Asphodel, and I don't have any idea how that's going. I think, in my opinion, it would probably be a slightly Calum-favored war until Asphodel gets, like, thugs, which would be kind of a while. Like, Foul Vapors would be good, but none of that's going to happen yet. Where did I want to have... I think we're just going to go explore over here. We'll go see what's going on over this way. Maybe... No. Wait, where does this one go? I think we get patrolled out if we go to that port. So I think we're just going to scoot down here. But yeah, oh, we've also started building a rock wall here. I think this is new, actually. Yeah. And we'll be having... I wanted to go ahead and get another fort started because we're going to be having all that money coming in from Vettiheim buying this fort from us. So we're going to have extra disposable income. And presumably I'm going to have another little small planetoid soon. So we're going to come over here and knock this out. Oh, I sent a message back to Oceania. I should probably read it. Classic pretending you are weak message. Well, we have armed our squids and frogs with extra long pool noodles and have told them to close their eyes and swing as hard as they possibly can. So don't think they're going to pull any punches. There we go. So I think that's basically it, folks. Well, we've talked, I think, a bit about research. We're making rings of water breathing here. We're making elder signs with this guy. The elder signs are going to be nice. We can put them on... Like, especially here, the people who are going to camp out, I probably should put elder signs on them because they're going to go real crazy real fast because we got high dominion here. Our prophet we have used... So this is the candle manipulation that I was talking about. We only have a dominion strength of 3, which means when a temple check is generated out of one of our temples, the max it will get to in a province is 3, and if the dominion in that province is 3 or higher, it'll say, okay, we can't put the candle here, and it will send it out radially to an adjacent province and then potentially raise it there. That's how the candles spread. So anyway, it won't go up more than 3. However, you can preach higher than your dominion strength. So we have preached it up to 7. It's not going to go down unless it gets bumped by other candles. But we're now going to send our prophet out, and he'll start preaching up these low-income places. I actually want to have as, reasonably high dominion because they're going to generate a bunch of chaff. And this land chaff is going to be a little more scarce, I think, than the sea chaff. And the land chaff, like the mad hybrids, which I think is what we're dealing with here, these we can use with the construction 4 item to turn them basically into void critters. Like big, powerful, scary void critters. So we want a lot of them. We're going to go ahead and use this first volley to raid. But, assuming they're successful, there might be a few of them that come back, and it'll be great. It'll be absolutely great. So I think that is it, folks. Oh, I guess some world news. Krieg apparently has lost a major battle against Agartha, which I actually kind of helped organize, because Krieg is very scary. They're going to destroy all the lands. There's a bunch of things I'm just not happy about with Krieg. And I have talked with Agartha, because Agartha has magic weapons. Nobody else, Tianchi, or the Great Arata. Great Arata will have a lot of magic weapons later. They get sacred free spawn ghosts, basically. But for now, they don't. Tianchi does not have magic weapons. These guys don't have magic weapons. And you really want magic weapons when you're fighting Krieg. Agartha does. So Agartha, I think, was the best person set up to fight them. And I don't know, I was a little helpful in getting them organized to fight Krieg. Now, I want them to beat Krieg, but I don't want them to beat them super fast. Like, I want them to beat them slowly. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to trade for a gosh darn shock ring. The problem here is they're going to have Zeus, who's going to make air elementals, and air elementals can trample me. The thing with that, though, is they're not going to be able to trample me super well because I'm ethereal. I think I still take this if I have a shock resistance. But I need to go ahead and trade for that. And so that's another thing on my to-do list. I need to go trade these air gems for a ring of shock. Tamed lightning is, I think, what it's called. And then we'll send our god in to take this at some point. Maybe what I can do is sneak out like this scout with this ring to here. That might be a thing. That might be a thing. So anyway, that's that. I don't think there's too much to talk about. Research plugging along. We're going up about 50 every turn. We're about to go up about 60 every turn as we have more forts come online. This one over here is the next one that's about to become fully online. It's about next month we're going to be on, one dude a turn. So that's going to be good. And then we've got another fort coming. We got so many forts coming up. I got a fort coming up here. We have this fort coming up over here. We just started construction of a fort over here. We've got a fort going up over here. I'm about to, but not yet, have a fort coming up over here. And I think, depending on how, our income is going to keep going up. We're going to keep, I'm not even getting income, guys, from Fall of Sorrow. And this is going to be like 300 or 400 more income a turn. Oh yeah, we have a fort going up here. I don't know if I mentioned that when I was running around. But yeah, we're going to have a good bit more income. I'm going to have the income presumably from the Doom of Asaloon, though we'll see what Oceania does. And then after that, we'll probably expand into Blandos. And then after that, we will either choose to attack somebody on Blandos, or we might get involved in vulturing Krieg. Though to do that, I'm going to need these. It's going to be a minute. We're going to need several turns of making Meteorite Guard here. You can see we're doing it, but we don't have a ton of resources yet. It's kind of not ideal. This spot isn't great. This spot's a little better. This spot was high resources, so you can see we're able to get a fair amount of Mind Blasters. But this spot, we have 3 provinces to draw resources from, so we'll be able to get more Meteorite Guard here. Yeah. So, anyway, we'll get ready to Vulture Krieg in case... I'm thinking Agarthas actually might kill them by themselves, which is awesome. They are a nation pretty well set up to deal with Krieg, though Krieg just has so many stupid things they can do. They have fire resistance, so these Gogs aren't going to do much, but they have these the Arch Heretics. I've somewhat become an expert on Krieg. These guys, in combat, they're going to have villains that join them. And then in addition to the village, they're going to do Cultist Ambush, which is going to bring basically 8 crossbowmen per dude. And then you can also script this guy early. They can come with a bunch of different paths. But you can script this guy early basically to do, Summon Imp, Reinvigoration, Summon Imp, Reinvigoration, Summon Imp, and then one more off-casting thing, which you give him an extra Bloodslave for, Summon Imp. And he can do 4 Imp castings, which is 20 Imps. So each one of these guys potentially can be like 3 normal bowmen, 8 crossbowmen, and 20 Imps. And those are things that Shard Guard are not going to deal very well with. And then in addition, they get a bunch of free spawn. I don't think they're down and out, but it's possible they are. I want Agartha to win, but I don't want Agartha to win super quickly. Because the thing is, these guys are not really very amphibious. And Agartha is. So there's kind of things I don't love about having Agartha move up and like completely wreck Krieg. But, we're not going to complain if they do it. It's a community service to get rid of Krieg. I do need to get ready to move in, though. Where does this place go? Oh my god, it goes all the way over here. Well, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching. Tune back in next time. Oh, this is kind of funny. We got a... Oh, it was over here. We lost 100 gold, but they gave us a bunch of shitty Triton. which I now have to figure out a way to suicide. I guess we can have them patrol and get unrest down in our various forts until we find a cause that we can throw their lives at. We got 9 pearls. It's kind of nice. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.